Assalamualaikum and good evening to Doctor and all my friends. Today, I am AQILA NATASHA binti HAZIDI and my friends LYNETTE NURUL ALIA MAISARAH binti ASMIRA and also NURUL IZZAH binti RASHID. Together, we will present our final report on exam and test scheduling management system. So next. So for application platforms, next. We use XAMPP for our local development platform, which is used to host the application locally during development. Under XAMPP, have Apache that serve as the web server, MySQL that manage the database, and lastly PHP to execute backend code for Laravel framework. Next. For framework and engine, for framework we use Laravel, which is backend framework for handling logics and routing, provides MVC architecture, and also integrates with MySQL and Blade. And for template engine, Blade, Laravel's templating engine, creates user-friendly front-end interface. Next. For architecture diagram, this is show that from user to the web browser to the Apache XAMPP and to the Laravel framework and also lastly to the MySQL database. Technology and tools. So for front-end frameworks, we use CSS that mainly purpose to styling the HTML elements to make the application visually appealing, such as customizing the look of tables, buttons, and forms, and more. And for Blade Laravel, the main purpose is to dynamically displaying data fetch from the backend, such as exam schedules and student details, building views for the dashboard of the users, exam list, test list, email and test reminder, and login page. Next. For the backend frameworks, we use MySQL. The main purpose are to act as the database management system for storing and retrieving data, stores exam and test lists, student registration data, courses, student timetable, venues information, and users information. And it also ensures data integrity through relational constraints like foreign keys. And lastly, it handles the relationships between different entities. As for the Laravel, the main purpose are main backend framework for building and managing application logic, provide robust feature like routine, middleware, and built-in authentication for managing users and roles, handles users authentication for students, lecturers, and staff, implements the clash detection system for exams by querying the database for overlapping schedules, and lastly, manage emails notification using Laravel's mail system. Next. Other backend frameworks are Gmail that will send email reminders and notifications to students and staff, ensure students receive reminders about upcoming exams, and PHP, the main purpose as the programming language underlying Laravel, runs all backend process including user authentication, clash detection, and email notification, and also generates dynamic views for the front end using Blade templates, and lastly, local disk storage that will stores uploaded files and resources locally on the server, stores test paper uploaded by lecturer for staff to print, and lastly, ensure files like test paper are accessible when needed. So next, I will pass to my friends. IZZAH.
Okay, hi. Right now I'm going to present you about the API and service that we uses in our project, which is the Gmail API integration. It is to send automated emails reminder to students about upcoming tests and exam. And the key features used is email sending and scheduling. For the database that we use XAMPP and also PHP MyAdmin. For XAMPP, it is like an open source cross-platform web server that includes essential components such as Apache, MySQL, and PHP. It allowed the team to develop and test the applications in a local environment. So benefit that we get from using the XAMPP is that it provides a user-friendly control panel. It can start, stop, and manage server components like Apache and MySQL. So for my PHP My Admin, it is a free and open source web-based tool designed to manage MySQL databases through a graphical user interface. It simplifies the process of working with database by eliminating the need to use a complex command line like SQL commands. The benefit is it enables user to quickly create, modify, and manage databases, provides tools for importing, exporting, and backing up data. And also project monitoring and tracking. How we monitor our project is we use GitHub and Google Sheets. For GitHub, it acts as a single platform to store and manage all the latest project code, updates, and changes. So we can see all the changes from for the code in GitHub. So the benefit that we get, it keeps everyone on the same page by sharing the latest version of the code. It tracks who make changes, what was changes, and why it changed. And it keeps the old and new codes organized in the form of pull requests and comments. For the Google Sheets, the purpose of it is to track the deadlines and allocates time effectively to ensure tasks are completed within the given time frames. It organizes the project tasks, assign the key features to specific members, and tracks progress in real time. The benefit that we can get from using Google Sheet is that it ensures everyone is aware of who is responsible for what and how the tasks are progressing. It keeps the entire team informed about the current task update and provide a visual overview of the project progress and ensure no tasks are overlooked. And for the source code versioning control, we use GitHub. It facilitates collaboration among team members by allowing everyone to work on the same code base without conflicts. It tracks changes of the code over time, make it easy to review by the member. And we ensure that code contribution from all the team members are properly managed. And GitHub acts as the central repository for managing the project where changes are pushed, reviewed, and merged into the main branch. It enables version tracking to revert to previous states of the project if issue arise after the update. And for the prototyping, we use paper, the physical paper, and also drawing tools from the iPad. So the purpose of the physical paper is to write the main idea of the project for every sprint, and the benefit is it ensure the task allocation suitable for the system, easy to understand, and it is inexpensive. And also for drawing tools, it helps create a clear visual representation of how the website will look, and the benefit is like it reduce the risk of costly revision during development. It make it easier for designer as the student developers and stakeholder to visualize the system. And for the brainstorming tools, like right now we're using Canva, it is a graphic design tools that allow user to create a wide range of visual content, such as presentations and a prototype. It is accessible to both beginners and professionals and is primarily used for designing, editing, sharing visual content with ease. The benefit is it offers a user-friendly drag and drop interface that makes designing accessible to everyone. Team can work together on design in real time, making it easy to brainstorm, provide feedback, and finalize design with multiple collaboration. So for group communication, we use WhatsApp and Telegram group and also face-to-face meeting. For WhatsApp and Telegram group, we always update team members about a successful task, completion, or ongoing issues. For the face-to-face meeting, we conducted regularly meetings to plan tasks for each sprint and also finalize the code and ensure that all aspects are addressed be- before moving forward. So next we move on for the design and Alia will present this.
So my name is Alia. So I will present the design next. So in this design, we will focusing on the use case diagram. So use case diagram are the visual representation of how user will integrate with the system functionality. So here we have three users, which is staff, student, and lecturer. And the system functionality is login or logout, manage exam schedule, view exam timetable, manage test schedule, view test slot, view timetable, receive reminder notification, information faculty display, integrate with Google Calendar, and manage clash detection. So in this diagram, you can see the role for each user. Next. So next is the spring education. So we have three spring in total. So I will explain the spring one first. So in spring one, we'll focusing on the exam scheduling to identify the available slot. So this is the task allocation. So IZZAH will integrate with registration system. LYNETTE will integrate the system with the Google Calendar, and me, ALIA, will make the suggestion for available venue and date, and AQILA will make automated clash detection for examination schedules. Next. So the task monitoring, the tools that we have been used is Google Sheets, WhatsApp or Telegram, and face-to-face meeting. These tools already have been explained by IZZAH just now. So for the retrospective session, we have challenges and also achievement. So the challenges that we have been faced in Spring 1 is we kindly have some difficulty to understand the structure of the database because we not implement the correct way to integrate the database. And at the same time, we use the seeder in the Laravel instead of scripting. And API authentication error when testing Google Calendar integration. At the same time, we also have some challenges to about overlapping time slot were not being implemented correctly due to a logic error in the algorithm. And we also have some problem with GitHub because all the members cannot assess the GitHub coding. But the achievement that we get in the Spring one, we success to deploy a functional clash detection algorithm that identifies overlapping exam slot, and we also success to create a venue and date suggestion feature which accurately recommend option based on the capacity and availability. Next. And for the Spring 2, we're focusing on the centralized test booking system. So LYNETTE will fetch the test list for staff and student. IZZAH will provide the information detail for each venue and person in charge. Me will make filtration date and venue based on venue type and student capacity. And AQILA will make the lecturer can upload the file in this system. So the tools that we have been used except is the same as Spring 1, but in this we already add the GitHub to monitor code contribution and track pull requests. So for the challenges in Spring 2 is scheduling process does not work like how it's supposed to work. The database need to have the capabilities of real-time database update. And at the same time, we also face some challenges where we do not provide the students' timetable for lecturer to share the free time of their student. And we also suggest the night time for test only instead of suggesting another time. And based on our lecturer feedback, he said that the upload file function is not necessary. But we also get some achievement. So first, we success to implement the lecture functionality where they can choose date, time, and venue for the test. Lecturer also can avoid choosing the same date that have another test that day. And the test paper file can be uploaded in the system for the staff to print. So for the Spring 3, I will pass it to Lynette.
Okay, as for Spring 3, we mainly focus on student examination schedule and also enhancement for the Spring 1 and Spring 2. So the task allocation, as for myself, I handle the enhanced test slot management, and for fetching database and student timetable was handled by IZZAH, and generate examination table was handled by ALIA, and also the reminder notification was handled by AQILA. Okay, moving on. So in Sprint 3 for task monitoring, it's the same with Sprint 2. We use Google Sheet or Excel, WhatsApp, Telegram, face-to-face meetings, and also GitHub. Okay, so for challenges that we face in Sprint 3, there are two main challenges, which is the redesigning scheduling algorithm, because we need to redesign the system for scheduling, because we lack of scheduling, and we need to record and plan new algorithm to enable scheduling features. And for the second main challenges was complex logic implementation, where we have we have challenges in automated time suggestion based on student timetable, automated day suggestion, avoiding clash for exam scheduling, automated venue suggestion, preventing conflicts. And as for achievements, we have successfully implement the schedule algorithm implementation, and also enhance the system's functionalities and also user-friendly scheduling features. Okay, moving on to the next one. I will be, for outcome of the project. Okay, moving on. For the problem statement, we have three of them, mainly focused for the staff, lecturers, and students. As for staff, basically staff needs to handle the exam scheduling manually, where they use the Google Sheets, and they need to manually check on the potential clashes between the students' timetable. So the student need to manually inform the staff to handle the clash. As for lecturer, they found it's difficult to determine the availability for students, and also they need to manually handle the venue for dates and booking independently. As for students frequently receive updates, and this can cause the confusion for them. As for our project goal, the system will generate conflict-free schedules by automatically checking for clashes before suggesting dates, times, and venues. It will reduce the need for manual updates and prevent repeated changes to the exam schedule. This is for the staff beneficial. And as for the second one, the system will allow lecturer to book test dates based on student availability by integrating with student timetables. This is for the lecturers. And as for the students' benefit, it have the reminder notification and also auto-generated schedule timetables to alert the students about their upcoming exams and test dates. Okay, moving on to, so this is the benefits for all the users when they use our system. So for academic staff, the role is to manage and oversee exam and test schedules, where it benefits the staff to automated scheduling, reduce the manual effort, and also avoid scheduling conflicts efficiently, save time, and automated venue allocation. As for lecturer, the role is to plan and confirm test schedules for their course, and the benefits will be it simplified scheduling process with conflict-free and venue suggestions, and also easy access to student timetables for better planning. As for students, the role is to view and follow their tests and exam schedules. The benefits is it is clear and accurate schedules with no clashes, and it also reduces the stress with organized and timely updates. Okay, moving on to the last one will be the status for our project. So the sprint one we complete the exam scheduling mainly for staff, and second one, the sprint 2, implement functionality for lecture and test scheduling. Sprint 3, finalize the functionality for staff, lecturer, and students. So basically, our project in a phase has achieved 95% of its functionality, and the successful implementation is staff can book date and final exam, which will be suggested by the system. Staff can also view the complete student list, student lecture, and also test and exam list. And lecturer can choose dates for tests for students based on their availability. Lecturer can also view the test list for the list of students that enroll in their courses, and also students can personalize their schedules for tests, exams, and classes. And the last one will be receive notification for upcoming exams. Okay, and that will be it from our group. Thank you very much.